Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Mikey Bustos bringing you another video. This video actually is a video about an amazing book I read. I wanted to do a quick book review um, on a book that I read last week. I bought it because, I was skimming through the self-help section of Indigo, my favorite section of the bookstore. And what I do is I kind of just like rub my hands against like the spines, and then whichever one speaks to me, I pull it out. And then this one was what I chose, and it happens to be by one of my favorite self-help authors, named Napoleon Hill. For those of you who follow the law of attraction, this kind of stuff is a little bit up your alley. I was introduced to Napoleon Hill by his first book called Think and Grow Rich, which was an amazing, amazing book, which I'll also do a book review of later, that I read, I don't know, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago around. And it just was amazing. It kind of like was a book about the secrets really um, to success and how to achieve success, and certain really kind of like almost metaphysical slash um, LOA, you know, tactics to obtain success, and what the commonalities um, are between people who obtain success. So that was Think and Grow Rich, and that's another book that I will review. But this book, of course, is a newly released book this year, called Outwitting the Devil, also by Napoleon Hill, and the subtitle is The Secret to Freedom and Success. Now, this book does the opposite of what the other book does. This book talks about the common denominator in those who fail in life, or those who are unsuccessful, those who, are unhealthy, or who are unwealthy, or unhappy, and, all the uns. And it really was an eye-opener. One of the biggest things that this book, I guess, taught me was the whole notion of drifting. And it really is interesting. The concept of the book is really cool. Actually, this book was, let's see, this book was hidden because Napoleon Hill lived in the early 1900s. So this is actually a very old book, but it was hidden and kept away for many, many years. I'm guessing close to 100 years. It says how many years here. Um, it was, oh yeah, so I guess since 1938, this has been buried and kept away from the public because, the Napoleon Hill's family and stuff found it a little too controversial to release at the time. And here's why. The book actually is a discussion, Napoleon Hill's discussion with the devil, and whether it's symbolic or whether it really in his mind was a conversation with the devil, because in Think and Grow Rich he has actual mental conversations with like deceased figures and all of that. He's really kind of mystical, but it leaves it up to you to decide. But it's the content that really is stunning in this book, and the devil basically admits and is forced to admit all the things and all his tricks that he does to get people to fail. And the I guess the behaviors that lead to failure in human beings. And so it really is so neat, and it was a really cool eye-opener. I bought it and I finished it a day and a half later. It was so good. And, there are actual side notes from Sharon Letcher, who, includes a little, like some side notes here and there because this is a fairly old book. And she just, gives her little insights, which is really neat. And you really need to read it. Just some concepts here, like hypnotic. There's a concept the devil introduces you to called hypnotic rhythm, which is so neat. And again, drifting, and just, oh, so cool. And the devil admits his tricks into getting people to I guess, fail and stray away from their path. Another cool thing about this book is it actually goes into the devil is forced to talk about his enemy, which is well, essentially God, but they don't call it God in this book. The devil calls it your other self. And when the devil refers to your other self, it's basically God in you. And you know, the voice of God in people, I guess you could call it Holy Spirit for those of you who are Catholics. And you know, those who follow divine guidance, that's essentially what they mean by the other self. And it talks about how the devil is able to you know, kind of mute out his enemy inside you, and you know, so you can't follow, so you don't follow the your other self, your you know, divine intelligence or whatever. And I really related to the material in it because I've been um, a great believer in, you know, a voice inside that guides us, that's full of infinite creativity, infinite intelligence, and all the things and choices I make, I try to listen to that internal voice, and the outcome of these decisions are always amazing, you know, and I'm always constantly trying to keep that connection between me and the God in me that is saying, do this, do that, you know. Um, and so and so this really really shed a lot of light on, I guess, my relationship with God in me, or infinite intelligence, or source energy, or source intelligence, whatever you want to call it, and the devil in me. So be sure to pick it up if you want an interesting read. It's called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, and I love it. It really really was one of the best self-help books I've read in a long time. So be sure to pick that up. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and for those of you who like reading, pick up that book. Bye.